I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time. As a lot of you guys know, especially you Knicks fans know, today is the day that the new City Edition merchandise dropped for the New York Knicks, and I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good. The wallets are telling me to stay away. All right, PlayStation 5's on the way, so you know purchases were made, so I need to be smart with my money. But God, have you seen how some of this stuff look? I don't even need another backpack, but this Knicks backpack looks dope. I'm trying everything to not buy another hoodie. I'm trying everything to not buy the jersey right away. And then what they do is they try to get you with these discounts. Okay, they show you the discount and they make you feel. But I will not fold. I will not fold. I folded. No, I'm not gonna fold. I will not fold. I will not fold. Knicks will not get me this time. I'm gonna get the City Edition jersey sometime, but not today. Let's talk about the Knicks. Run the intro. What's going on, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K here, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to like this video. We are so close. We are tiptoeing to that 20,000 subscriber mark. 20,000 CK Crew members. 20,000 people supporting the movement, supporting your boy, and it's so appreciated. We gotta do something big when we get 20,000 subscribers. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, but we gonna celebrate 20,000 subscribers some way, somehow. But we're so close to it. Thank you guys so much. When we hit it, if we hit it, everybody who's been supporting the channel, it means so much. And thank you guys so much as we continue to grow and we continue to thrive. All right, it's all thanks to you guys. All that being said, let's talk about the last preseason game. The New York Knicks are right now in the preseason 2-1. Now that's just by record standards of winning and losing games in the preseason, but by what we saw on the court, the differences and the changes and the improvements, I would say that we were 2-1. And what I mean by that is the fact that, like, even though we won those games, did the players that we want to improve actually improve? Did we see differences from players that we were hoping to see differences from? So on and so forth. And in those 3 games that we see that, and honestly, I want to say yes. I want to say we did see improvement from players that we want to see some improvements from. But we also did see some stagnation from some players. Is stagnation a word? I know to be stagnant is a word, but is stagnation a word? Can we look that up, editing, CK?
Stagnation.
We've seen some players stay stagnant going into these preseason games, and obviously, you know, we talk about all the time on Coast to Coast. Me and my co-host Brandon Warren, War's World. We talk about all the time how, you know, it does take at least about 18 to 20 games every season for teams to actually be the team that you expect them to be for that season. So even if you go into the regular season still rusty and not playing the same way, it's still going to take some games for some of these players to play well. Now, I do want to start off with Julius Randle. Now, Julius Randle, it's easy to just sit here and bash on Julius Randle. I know I'm one that goes in on Julius Randle really, really heavily. That won't change, and it's nothing to do with him as a person or him as a player. It's just the fact that he does not fit for this team, and he is in the way of what could be the future of what the New York Knicks could finally be for the first time. But as a player, statistically, we talked about it, and you see a lot of the turnovers, you see a lot of the things that really don't push the meter the way that you want it to go. You see a lot of those things, but statistically, you look at his stats, and it's the reason why I drafted him in some of my fantasy leagues. Statistically, he's doing the right things. I mean, he was 7 for 10 from the field the other day. He damn near had a double-double in the majority of the preseason games. Like, Julius Randle statistically looks good, but for those who actually watch the game, you see the problems, and you see how he blocks development and blocks what could be a better version of what the New York Knicks are than right now. He does those things, and we were losing the game. There's a reason why the plus-minus stat is a statistic that we follow along. Now, that being said, he had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and he was doing a lot of good things. A steal, a block. Sure, statistically, he was doing a lot of good things. But when you're -9 with that stat line, that's not a good thing. And then across, you got your other starter, RJ Barrett, who was a part of the same starting unit, Sure, he didn't have the 18 points, he didn't have the 7 for 10 shooting, but RJ Barrett was a plus 13. So those are the reasons why we go so critically on Julius Randle. Julius Randle, for the basic NBA basketball fan, you look at the stats and you say, man, what these Knicks fans complaining about? He had 18 points, 7 for 10 shooting. He was doing the thing he was supposed to be doing. Yeah, but when you're -9, that's the stuff that you miss when you're not watching the game. This is why the plus minus is so important. This is why we bring it up a lot when it comes to Frank Ntilikina. Like, Frank Ntilikina could have 5 points and 2 assists and a rebound, and the Frank haters go in on us Frank stands and be like, why the hell are you guys going so hard on this Frank Ntilikina kid who cannot play? But when you see he's a plus 32 or a plus 22 or something of that stature, there's a reason why we like a guy like Frank Ntilikina. He's doing the right things in the game that leads to the Knicks being a plus 22 with him being on the court. So that is for my statistic people, because I've had a lot of people talking about, you guys go really hard about Julius Randle, but he did this, this, and this. Well, check the plus minus. The plus minus is there for these same statistician fans out there that go all analytical on you. Well, check the plus and minus, because that tells the real story behind the whole entire stats. There's a reason why there's a difference between highlights and actually watching the game. I say that all the time. That being said, that's the main reason why Julius Randle is somebody that a lot of Knicks fans just want out. Not because of the plus and minus, but because of the everything else. We showed you the damn spin move in a triple team when he easily just had to give the ball to RJ Barrett in the corner. It hurts his heart to get the ball to RJ Barrett and see RJ Barrett shine. Like, I'm convinced. I am convinced of that. There's 2 things I'm convinced about. Julius Randle does not want to give the ball to RJ Barrett ever. I'm convinced. No one can tell me otherwise, okay? Julius Randle does not want to give RJ Barrett the ball. There was a fast break opportunity where he waited till the absolute last second to give him the ball when he simply just had to make a scoop pass, where we would be praising Julius Randle if he did it initially. But he waited till the last second to give RJ Barrett the ball for that layup. And then we saw the triple team spin move that he did where he turned over the ball. I'm convinced he's not looking to give him the ball. And the other thing I'm completely convinced about with the New York Knicks is that we'll never see Mitchell Robinson shoot no damn jumpers. I'm convinced about that. Maybe he might surprise us with a mid-range shot maybe once every 4 games, but we're not going to see no Mitchell Robinson jumpers. And me personally, I'm cool with that. What I'm not cool with is the fact that we are all believing one thing and wanting to believe the hype in the training videos and whatnot when we know what Mitchell Robinson is, and he is what he is. And there's nothing wrong with that. I digress. The point that I'm trying to talk about here before I went on my tangent, even though it kind of still stayed along the line, did we see any kind of growth or any kind of change with the new regime and with the fact that we have a year or 9 months of practice and workouts in these players? Did we see any kind of change? And personally, I want to say yes. Even though Dennis Smith Jr., who still does not look like he entirely knows how to be a point guard, he improved a lot on the defensive end. So yes, I feel like we did steadily make some improvements. Drastic improvements, no, but we steadily did make some improvements. But I'm also worried about some of the stagnation. Hopefully that was a word, okay?
Stagnation.
Elfrid Payton can give you a solid 2-3 quarters, but we don't want him closing out our games, and hopefully, or maybe he just won't be the case closing the games. There's probably going to be, of the 72 games, there'll probably be like 30 of the games where he closes out the game really well for us. But more times than not, his 4th quarter is never his best quarter, which is fine. That he is what he is. Like I said, players staying stagnant. Him, Julius Randle, like, we know who they are, and that's the situation of it. Additions of Nerlens Noel, who provided so much, with the addition of Alec Burks, who provided so much, with the possibility of Austin Rivers and what he could provide, I do feel like we will be able to see a more fun product of the New York Knicks this coming season. That's what you want to get from a preseason showing. That's what you're trying to get from the preseason. You're trying to see who's going to be the guys that's going to be on the court and who's going to be the guys that are going to produce on the court. That being said, I think overall we did have the preseason that we needed to have, but the last and final thing we need to figure out is what our rotations are actually going to look like. Now, I'm not Tom Thibodeau. I can't be in Tom Thibodeau's mind. I don't know what Tom Thibodeau is looking for, but as us Knicks fans, we know what we want to see, and we saw it, and it worked. So there's nothing else that we can say, or there's nothing else that we can really add to the situation, because the lineup we wanted to see was actually on the court at a point, and it worked. So I don't know how they go away from that. I mean, I understand you want to play your veterans, but maybe don't play him so much. I don't know how else to say it. If Julius Randle's disgruntled, let him be disgruntled. Let him ask for a trade. Let him. So, yes, did the preseason work for us? I actually believe it did. I do think that we can go out of the preseason 3-1, but the positives that I were looking for going into preseason, you can check back in the videos, is RJ Barrett taking that next step up? Yes. Are we going to see Julius Randle play to his strengths rather than try to be somebody he's not? Well, so far, no. We have not seen that. Will Tom Thibodeau play the young guys more frequently? That's still yet to be determined, so that's undetermined. I don't know. And the last thing that I was looking for in this preseason is, are we going to be bleeding over into the regular season on this starting unit search? I don't believe so. I think we know what the starting unit is going to be. I think the only person that is still undecided on is Mitchell Robinson. I still think that there's a possibility that Mitch might steal Nerlens Noel's starting spot, but at the same time, Nerlens Noel looks like the better option to start off the game. Mitchell Robinson in his sole start didn't look good to start off. He looked great to close out. Was that just a circumstance? Maybe. I don't know. I believe he's probably going to start again tonight. I don't know what the injury report is as of me recording this video right now. But I still think that that's probably the one outlier. Does Mitch start? Does Nerlens start? Outside of that, I think the Elfrid Payton, Alec Burks, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle spot, I think those four are solidified. I think that's what we're going to see to start off the season. But it is what it is. Preseason is what it is. All you can do is hope that there's improvements, hope that things are changing, and we'll see what happens next. Emmanuel Quickley, somebody I'm really excited about. I'm not ready to dub him the point guard of the future, but he's definitely the first point guard I want off the bench for sure, point blank period. And he's definitely approaching the point guard I would like to close out the games. Those two things I'm closer to than saying that I think he is the point guard of the future. I need some more time on that. That was one game, sample size. Hell, maybe Thibodeau throws him in the starting lineup. Again, this is before the lineups were released, and if it is released while I'm editing, I'll throw it right here what the actual starting lineup is. I think preseason did his job. After the Knicks not playing for 9 months, I'm pleasantly surprised to see that the guys that put in their work. Obi Toppin looks like he's going to be a stud if he's actually freed. Anyways, I'm babbling on too much all over the place. What did you gather from the preseason thus far? What did you look for in the preseason, and what did you gather from the preseason? There you go. That's a better way to ask that question. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But now it's time for the comments of the video. Now, something I didn't do in the last video is I didn't check any comments from my members, and I'm so sorry for that. I was just so hyped up in the moment that I did not go to my members first. So let's get a few of these comments from the members before we get into any other comments. Like this one coming from GD, who says, I think it'll be great to have the kids constantly come off the bench together. Let them build that hunger, chemistry, and confidence while steadily increasing their minutes and improving on whatever strengths, weaknesses they may have. Point blank period, GD. I couldn't say it any better right there. Personally, I would love to see more starting units with them included, like maybe having RJ and Kevin Knox starting a game from time to time. Maybe have Obi Toppin start at some point if Julius Randle is traded, or I don't know, something else changes. But yeah, for sure, having them come off the bench together like we saw in that fourth quarter. Let them ride it out together. Let them learn together. I'm 100% with that. So shout out to you, GD. Shout out to the light king himself, Brandon. The light captain himself, Brandon Garzon, saying this is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching the game hella smacked. Oh, Brandon. All right. Hella smacked. And I seriously felt like I was watching anime and our team does a comeback with the least unexpected lineup. LOL. Oh, man. 2020 is full of surprises. This man came and talked about he was hella smacked. It just wasn't expected. I think we were expecting excitement and to see highlights and stuff like that, but I don't know if a lot of us were expecting the comeback because we were down by 17 points and then we just completely chipped away, did what we were supposed to do, and they won the game. So yeah, it was definitely unexpected and it was a lot of fun to watch. But my man Brandon said he was hella smacked. And last but not least, coming from Larry Reyes, saying there's potential. Gotta stick together and develop it. No need for stars. Proof you say? Brooklyn Nets before Kyrie and Durant. I literally broke that down in my video 2 days ago with this one right here, the No Shortcuts video. Yeah, literally said the same thing. Larry, I'm on the same track with you. That is the way to do it, and we might be onto something here for the first time in a long time. Keep getting those vets and those free agents that can fill in, and the Wilson Chandlers of the world, or the like what the Nuggets did again, the Wilson Chandlers, Danilo Gallinari, the guys that fit along with the younger core that also knew their role. Like, keep bringing in those guys rather than trying to, you know, get the money grab of getting the Buddy Hield. Give me the Buddy Hield now. Give me DeMar DeRozan. Like, instead of doing that, get the right vets to fill in that know their roles along with the younger core. I think we're on to something, man. I really hope that that's just the plan that Leon Rose is going with. You know, we're putting ourselves in a good position for the 2021 draft, so we're going to continue that trajectory and only include more guys to add to the young core. I'm excited about this, but it just really comes down to how it comes about. But man, yeah, I'm with you, Larry. Good comment there. But anyways, appreciate all of the love from you guys. Like I said, probably by the time this video is up, we might have hit 20,000. If that's the case, let's go. We will celebrate 20K properly. But if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to like this video. Let me know your thoughts on everything that was mentioned, your thoughts from the preseason, your thoughts, your expectations from the preseason, your expectations going into the regular season. Let's enjoy the game tonight together. Hopefully we come out with another win. Hopefully we get to see the young guys go out there and play another good game. I'm out of here. It's been your boy. Let's get it. Catch you guys in the next one. And peace.
Feeling like I won the lotto. Always taking trips with a new chick, asking where the time goes. And I want